This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And welcome back to the Missouri-Illinois Dodge Dealers Ram Tough 200. We're under our first caution just as we went to break. Problems with the number 4 of Timothy Peters, but it wasn't of his doing, Phil.
Sure wasn't. He had made a lot of contact with the outside wall. Here's what happened. Watch to the inside of your racetrack. The 12 of Joey Miller is on the access road to pit road, and he slid through the grass up to the racetrack. He forced the 59 truck of Steve Park up into Timothy Peters, and Timothy made hard contact with the outside wall. Steve Park ended up spinning out. I don't think he has a great deal of damage to the 59 Harris Trucking Dodge, but a lot of damage for Timothy Peters. Well, turn 2.
Looks as though Chad Chapin, who did qualify earlier today in Talladega and now in this truck, has a lot of smoke coming out of that number 40.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm not sure if the right front tire is down or what the situation is.
We will find out what the problems were with Chad Chapin.
In 2 years at Gateway.
Very dominant performances for Ted Musgrave here, and it looks as though the caution has come out, and that is for Kelly Sutton in that 02.
You know, we've completed 29 laps right now. This caution will last a few laps. I wonder if NASCAR may consider going ahead and throwing or counting this as their competition caution because we're so close to 35 laps. We'll have to wait and see if NASCAR will deem this their competition caution. Eating.
And the caution has come out as quickly as the flag, the green flag flew. Robert Richardson having problems on the restart. And so that is the problem. He's missing some bumpers there.
Just got bunched up on the caution flag there. He got run into from behind by Kelly Sutton, but it was a chain reaction deal. It wasn't Kelly's fault. Everyone started stopping and hard contact. That's a Chevrolet this race for Robert Richardson. They've run Dodges the 4 previous races, but it's going to be a short night, unfortunately. Our next race in 2 or 3 weeks.
And you mentioned a Dodge also following this pack around. It's the Fastenal Dodge. Oh, and problems as it come down the front stretch. Kyle Krisloff involved in this one. He's on the inside of the field trying to pick their way through.
Not shooting. There's Mike Skinner. A lot of damage to that Toyota.
Hard hit there in the number 5.
Looks like the 20 of Marcus Ambrose with the right side of the truck's torn off. Ray, how about Mike Skinner?
Well, Phil, I don't know exactly what precipitated this accident, but Mike Skinner had just come on the radio and said, I got a flat right front tire. I'm going to pit next time. I'll be coming to pit road, flat right front tire. That may be what caused this crash.
You're right, Ray. It may very well have been. He may have cut that tire down off the corner, bounced off the wall, and maybe into somebody. Look at all the damage to the 20 of Marcus Ambrose. What a horrible break. He had a great run going. He stayed up in the top 15, 20. Only his second Craftsman Truck Series race, but a lot of damage to that Ford.
Recent caution has taken place.
There's Mike Skinner. Just as Ray mentioned, he thought he had a soft tire. Bounced into the outside wall and came off the wall and made hard contact with the 20 of Marcus Ambrose. They came along with absolutely nowhere to go. Marcus made some contact with Kyle Krisloff in the 15. Just a horrible break. It looked like Mike Skinner, he knew he had a soft tire. There it is. It went down right there. And when he bounced off the wall, look at the damage to the 20 and to the 15.
Thank goodness for softer barriers because he hit that wall hard coming out of turn 4.
Well, he sure did. See the trucks trying to pick their way through this accident. Just about.
Caution 8 has come out in Gateway. Bill Lester involved in this one. A lot of damage to the number 22 Toyota.
Yeah, along with Eric Darnell, unfortunately. In the 90, you see the Simply Wild Ford right there. A lot of damage to Eric's truck. That's going to, yeah, first time he's going to fail to complete all the laps this year. As we mentioned earlier, 2 top 10s and the other 2 races 11th, but not tonight.
He was competitive running 6th.
He was. He had a great run going. He was going to be one of the trucks that had to pit, but what a big break for these trucks that did not pit on this most recent caution.
Let's take a look at what happened.
See Bill just drives down the corner, runs in the back of Eric Darnell. That corner is so difficult to negotiate because we talked about it earlier. You drive in this corner, use all the brakes you have, That's why we see when the trucks run side by side, the truck on the inside doesn't run in typically as hard. Watch Kerry Earnhardt, the 13 truck, as he comes in. Whoa. Ooh, may have made some contact with another truck as he tried to avoid Bill Luster. Probably is out of contention for the win, but if he could catch a quick caution flag, he could pass a lot of trucks as good as his truck is and try to get a pretty decent finish, but I think he's out of contention for the win.
Very unfortunate as we see side by side, a little banging there and problems. Erin Crocker gets turned around, I believe. She is spun around, and that was 77 of Brendan Gaughan. Those two making hard contact as they were getting into turn 1.
A lot of damage to the Czech's Dodge of Erin Crocker.
Erin Crocker, you see the damage on the back of that truck.
She'd stayed on the lead lap. She was currently running in the top 20 position. She was running 17th at the time of that accident. She was doing really going to have her best career finish had she maintained a top 20 finish, but a lot of damage right now.
You had mentioned a quick caution. Well, that's about as quick as you can get a caution for Dennis Sensor. Look, this is the tail end of it.
Craig Kinzer got a piece of that with the 46 Centrex Chevrolet. Tough break for Aaron.
Well, they may get raided in Talladega as well, and so I'm sure nobody around him wants to do it. Oh, we've got a problem. Spinning that is
David Reagan.
Number 6 of David Reagan. Boy, unfortunate.
Yeah, David was running in the 13th position, having a pretty good outing. A lot of damage to the front of that Scott's Ford.
Record number of cautions tonight.
Looks like they were going down in turn number 1. You see the David's on the outside right there. He comes down. Looks like he's going to make some contact with the 11 of David Starr. Again, it doesn't take much, as we saw the last time, the most recent caution flag. It doesn't take a whole lot.
Hey guys, just
red 23, just in front. Oh, we got another spinner. That's Steve Park spinning around again.
Steve's going to keep it out of the outside wall. We're staying up. Caution flag out. I thought we were going to stay green for a moment.
He was able to get it spun around and pointed in the right direction, but obviously they didn't want to take a chance on somebody else getting into him.
Another good break. You may say that these caution laps are hurting people like Todd Bodine and Ted Musgrave, who have
very comfortable lead. And we hear that, oh, problems with Rick Crawford, the 14 of Crawford. He was running in 4th position. That will bring out our 13th caution.
They had a good battle going, Rick Crawford and Jack Sprague. I don't know if there was any contact. A lot of damage to the right side of Rick's truck. He made some pretty hard contact with the outside wall. What a horrible break. Rick Crawford had a late flat tire at Martinsville with a good top 10 run going. Spoiled this streak of top 10 finishes, and looks like he's going to have another tough break here at St. Louis.
Between Jack Sprague and Rick Crawford.
Yeah, there's Jack on the inside, Rick on the outside. Let's see what happens. Jack clears him going down in the corner. Let's see if Rick cuts a tire down or something. Cuts a tire down, cuts a right front tire down. Had nothing to do with Jack Sprague passing him. Just a tough break for Rick Crawford.
And it looks as though 4th Jack Sprague has not had as good of a restart as he would have wanted. As they go by the start-finish line, 2 laps of racing to go.
Yeah, that pretty much means Jack Sprague is out of it here. There's no way he's going to get by Ruderman and get up to catch these guys unless we have another caution flag. But there's Johnny Benson, good run for him. Toyotas 1st through 5th.
Terry Cook in 6th in his Ford. Bobby Hamilton Jr. in 7th with his Dodge. A great run for Bobby Hamilton Jr.
David Starr, his Toyota in 8th, and Mike Bliss up into the top 10. What a great run for Scott Lagasse Jr. in 10th, in just what, his 3rd truck, or his 2nd or 3rd Truck Series race ever, and first time ever here at St. Louis. Good job.
Great run for Scott Lagasse Jr. The white flag has come out. Less than a half a lap. Todd Bodine, Ted Musgrave. Ted Musgrave called this earlier. He said, I'd love to see a 1st-2nd finish. We have problems on the backstretch. If the caution flag flies, that will end the race.
Scott Lagasse Jr.
We just talked about him.
Horrible. No caution flag.
No caution flag flies. The checkered flies. Todd Bodine wins the Dodge Dealers Ram Tough 200.
What a great job by Germain Racing once again. 1-2 finish. Todd Bodine, 2nd win of the year. Ted Musgrave 2nd for the 2nd race in a row.
The celebration taking place, and that's 1 and 2 from the same team, Germain Racing, with Todd Bodine and Ted Musgrave. Their teams celebrating together. A great finish.
What a good job there. See Jack Sprague pull up beside Todd to congratulate him.
Great run unofficially. Top 5, Todd Bodine, Musgrave, Rudeman, Sprague, and Benson. We're hearing that, oh, there's the problems for the 85. Dennis Setzer involved in that last incident that took place coming out of turn 2.
They were racing for a top 10 position. The last time by, Scott Lagasse Jr. was running 10th, Dennis 11th.
Fireworks are taking place here. The rain held off. Todd Bodine was able to hold off the competition. He led 66 laps at Gateway International Raceway, and now he'll celebrate just as his crew does on pit road.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.